Well, hello and welcome to yet another Daily Dominion. It's Thursday, so another duel set. We have Seaside and Renaissance, and yeah, this one is a combo kingdom. We'll see what that means in just a bit, but before we start, I again have downloaded the collage of Pianist. Actually, speaking about pianos, today I was able to perform a track by the great Two Steps from Hell, Thomas Bergersen, at a small-ish piano concert. That's also why I wear this rather elaborate outfit and the Two Steps from Hell hoodie. But yeah, anyways, so this is just some private nonsense. Back to the collage. Actually, let me get rid of yeah the the kingdom, so it's a bit harder to make out the pieces, but yeah, I think I figured them out. We have actually, let me show you my poor man's cursor. We have a bit of astrolabe here in the back as a dagger of the soldier of barracks. We have monkey, then of course this is part of silk merchant, and then in the background, very deviously, we have a mixture of tide pools, and I think this is um, cargo ship, and then we have both guild hall and fishing village over here overlapped a bit. Anyways, that's it for the fun. You can see the kingdom now here. This was just a bit of fluff, which you might have skipped. And yeah, this is the kingdom. You can see the projects and the artifacts here. So yeah, what is this kingdom about, you ask? Well, this kingdom is about speed. And this kingdom looks like you could build an engine. Actually, if we look at the kingdom plot looks very innocent. It looks like okay, I mean, there's draw in Silk Merchant, actually strong draw, strong village and fishing village and Silk Merchant, lookout for trashing, treasurer for trashing. So everything you might want for a good engine. Cutpurse also as a light attack. Monkey, I would also argue, as a light attack, hindering your opponent from buying a lot of stuff, but or gaining a lot of stuff on their turns. But yeah, there is this elephant in the room, which is Guildhall, saying when you gain a treasure, you get +1 coffers. And yeah, Guildhall in combination with certain cards can really get you going to for a lot of provinces very early, and there's yeah, it's just too fast for your opponent to catch up. And one of those cards is Astrolabe. Now, Astrolabe is one of those, like one of the three big Guildhall combos, which Tracer also covered in a video recently. I highly recommend to check it out. It's very fun, covering the Beggar Guildhall, Delve Guildhall, and Astrolabe Guildhall. The idea behind Astrolabe Guildhall is that, well, Guildhall gives you coffers per treasure you gain, while Astrolabe gives you a lot of buys and a bit of money. And this means that with all of those buys you get from your Astrolabes, you will be able to buy Guildhall, and you will be able to buy cheap coppers, and then for each copper you buy, you will get 1 coffers, and you can use those coffers then to buy provinces. And yeah, I think this is what we're going for here. Also, Guildhall and Spices are nice in synergy, but maybe not as strong. Still, okay, disclaimer, I've already played this kingdom, and the AI is very competitive with it usually. Um, I've also seen people on the Discord trying to build the engine, being narrowly outpaced by just Spice Guildhall, and also, yeah, people being a bit uh, surprised by the power of money in this kingdom. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for. Just Astrolabe Guildhall. The idea is to stock up on Astrolabes early on and then get Guildhall as soon as you can. On a 5-2, however, I think I still would recommend just opening Spices and an Astrolabe probably for this kind of rush. You can essentially delay the Guildhall. On the 4-3 or 3-4, we can just go for Silk Merchant Astrolabe. Silk Merchant also gives you plus buy, gives you that early coffers that essentially guarantees you to hit the money for Guildhall early. So yeah, Silk Merchant Astrolabe looks like a great opening here. Anyways, that wraps up the initial discussion. Let's open Silk Merchant Astrolabe here. AI goes for Fishing Village. Now we do find enough for Guildhall here if we so wanted. We could also just opt for one Silk Merchant. I think we should already go for Guildhall. Now there's a question of whether we want to pollute our deck with coppers yet, and I'm not so sure about this. So next turn we're going to hit 4. If we buy if we buy the copper here, we might be able to buy double Astrolabe, which might be worth it actually. Yeah. So let's go for this double Astrolabe here. Let's get a bunch of those into our decks. Now here I think this can be double Astrolabe again, or Spices, and because Spices also has a plus buy, it also facilitates this sort of rush. And actually, yeah, maybe I like contesting a bit of the Spices there. And then we just go for copper with it, or Astrolabe copper. I think that might be the good way to go. Yeah, I think all of Spices and Astrolabe here are really strong. Let's go for one of those combos again. Does this want to be an Astrolabe or a copper? Here I'm not super convinced about what I'm doing, but now we've already entered a shuffle in which we should start provincing. I think it's turn 7. We have a lot of buys, and the AI is still stocking up on those spices. We'll have a very powerful deck in principle, but I think with what we have going on, we should be able to just outpace it. It's a pity that all of our good stuff essentially misses the shuffle. But yeah, here we will be able to province, and I think we should duchy here, just because AI has 11 coffers and could hit double province, which would bring it to 27 points as well, and then a duchy should be in its range. So yeah, I think we should caution against this. Now we do have 2 Astrolabes in play, allowing us to province here and also get another coffers. And yeah, this looks really nice. Now we are starting to fizzle out a bit, but I think if we gain this duchy here, we're essentially out of points reach for AI. Now, yeah, I think we would have taken some other decisions here for sure had the AI not had the AI provinced earlier, or had the AI not had so many coffers, but still I think we played the rush in a fairly okay way. I'm pretty convinced about the opening. I don't think we had the greatest draws also, like seeing our Astrolabe turn 4 instead of turn 3. Yeah, but the early Guildhall, the early copper buys. How many coppers did we have? 25 in the end. I think all that stuff is good. I think you can also go a bit heavier on the Astrolabes in favor of Spices. I'm not extremely convinced on all of this, but yeah, we outpaced AIs, Spices, Silk Merchant, Guildhall Rush, and we're able to get this done in 13 turns. I think earlier I did it in 12 turns, where I had slightly better draws, and it should also be possible in 11. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this very short and fast video. And I mean, it was a rush after all. So the actual gameplay was just 5 minutes, but this is also convenient for me as I have somewhere to go. So I will try to catch you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.